Hello everyone, I hope you guys' days are going well, specifically today. Mine's going pretty great, and I have a quick topic I wanted to discuss with you guys, and that's specifically with regard to the video game Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which I've discussed on this channel before, and I'd like to go in a little bit more detail in this video. Specifically, I want to talk about characters, and the characters are who I main, and who I'm switching to in terms of my main, and why. So, characters in video games are really important because that's pretty much how you express your skill or your personality, or it's basically how you play the game. It's the channel as to which you exist in that game. Now, for me in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I've existed for the majority of my hours and the majority of my gameplay as Lucina, who is a Fire Emblem character who's most well known for her spacing, her sword, and pretty much being a better Marth. Now, I really like playing her because, in my opinion, she doesn't have cheese. And what is cheese, and what do I define that as? Everything that she does is pretty you know what she's going to do. She has a forward air, a back air. She's got very good aerials, and she excels at spacing out other characters because, as I mentioned, she has a very long sword, right? And that's a really strong theme that you can play off of, and I think it's strong. She's a very good character, and a lot of people regard her as pretty high up in terms of tier lists. But other than being a pretty fundamentals-based character in terms of the no cheese mentality that I was mentioning earlier, there's not really too much that is attaching me to her. I would say that the primary reason that I played this character wasn't because I fell in love or because I always dreamed of playing Lucina in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but it was mainly because I figured if I could get good at Lucina, then I could probably get good at other characters because she teaches a certain playstyle or a certain skill set that is applicable to other characters, right? It's similar. It's like I was learning a shooter in terms of like a shooter genre like CS:GO. I can probably transfer some of those skills in terms of my game sense to another game. With Lucina, I figure that she has a little bit of a little bit of spacing, a little bit of speed, a little bit of edge guard, a little bit of ground game, a little bit of aerial game. I could transfer that to another character, and that's what I'm doing. The character that I just started picking up yesterday, so I'm 2 days into maining this character, is Sheik, who is or Zelda. Except not Zelda in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Sorry to confuse you. I'm playing Sheik, just to be sure. Sheik, to me, is kind of the antithesis, and she's the antithesis of what like Lucina is. Lucina is a very cookie cutter character in terms of what she does and what you think she will do. I was watching a Void video, a CLG Void, who's probably, I would say, the most well known and the premier Sheik player from North America. He described Sheik's combos as Build-A-Bear combos. When she gets a hit on an opponent, they don't know what she's going to do because she has so many different options. She has really good frame data. And what is frame data? That essentially means that a lot of her moves are quite fast in terms of when they come out or when the hitbox is active. Right? So she can do a lot of different moves, and all of which are applicable in different scenarios. A lot of times with Lucina, it's a lot of the same kind of dry like aerials, and what comes with Lucina is the spacing in the forward air, which is a perfectly fine type of gameplay, but I think I'm really enjoying the combo game at the moment because it makes your players frantic that you're playing against. They don't know what's going on because you're coming up with it on the fly. It's very impromptu, and it feels good to get a sizzling hot combo on another character. Believe me, I haven't hit anywhere near to as hot as I want to. I'll be honest, with 2 days of training, but it feels pretty good. Not to mention, Lucina as a character is very floaty. That means she's kind of slow in the air. Now that's pretty good for her, which means because she can throw out more aerials. And more aerials for Lucina is good because she has really strong aerials, right? Sheik is kind of the opposite in terms of she's not floaty at all. I would say she falls pretty fast, and she's insane on the ground. You can go to one side of the stage to the other incredibly quickly, and her speed is just ridiculous. My friend plays Captain Falcon, who's also known for being quite fast, and he played Sheik for one round and was amazed by the speed as to which he was moving as well. The speed is a cool concept to me because oftentimes when a character is really fast, that means they're harder to get hit, right? Because they can hide They can choose where they want to be, whereas typically the clunkier characters, I'm thinking in terms of Smash Brothers Ultimate or Super Smash Brothers in general, I'm thinking the heavy characters, such as like Bowser, for example, or maybe like Rob or like Banjo, these characters who don't have like an insane amount of mobility, but are just known for hitting hard. Now, Bowser can shmove, of course, but not even near close to where Sheik can shmove. She's bouncing all over the map. But the thing you have to understand is there's kind of a balance. Because she's fast, she's also light. A lot of times when characters are heavy, they're not fast. See what I mean? So Sheik's light. So what does that mean? It means that I have to be careful what I get hit by, because it's going to take less overall hits to KO me. I don't want to die. So in terms of the play style, because she's really fast, I'm able to play really close to my opponent. Sheik, as you guys know, or if you've seen her in any video game, she's kind of wearing this garb, and she kind of portrays herself as a ninja in terms of, she has needles, she has like these really fast attacks, and she's very evasive. She has a very good dash animation in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and when she runs, she's kind of like leaned over and everything like that. You want to be in close combat with your opponent, and you need to use your speed as an advantage to react to what your opponent's going to do. And I find that gameplay really, really exciting, because you don't want to stall out the game. I hate the games that are just like, okay, I'm going to be on this platform and you're going to be on this platform, and then we're just going to truce until one of us decides to actually break the mold. It's not enjoyable, it's not fun in my opinion. And I like the characters that are aggressive, fast-paced, you're comboing, and Sheik really fits that mold. And she's cool because you're not always going in, attacking, like maybe like someone like Little Mac would. You're dashing back a lot. You're trying to bait out the move of your opponent because you can abuse your speed. Not many characters as fast as Sheik can have as good and fast moves that they can use, which has been fun. Speaking of the moves, another thing that's different from Lucina and Sheik is the speed. Sheik's moves are really fast, which I mentioned earlier. And because they're really fast, they don't do much damage. I would say on average, Lucina's moves, every one of her moves does at least 10% more damage, right? Which is a crazy number, by the way. Forward air, up air, down air, you name it. It doesn't really matter. Sheik's moves are like, it's like you're getting hit with a Nerf gun, right? And Nerf guns don't hit very hard to begin with. The premise is that because her moves are so fast, and because you're supposed to combo them into one another, you're supposed to hit you're supposed to hit somebody with a lot of moves in rapid succession, which is really fun to do, but it's also really, really hard, right? So this kind of leads to a negative. Sheik is terrible at trading with other opponents. And what do I mean by trading? Trading is what happens when one character hits another character and they kind of go off of each other because both the moves hit in that scenario. And what does this mean? It means that Sheik takes damage and whoever she's facing also takes damage. You want to try to avoid this because, like I said, you're light, your moves don't do as much damage, so you need to combo. So you need to pick your engagements smartly, which is pretty fun in terms of tactics for the game. At least I really enjoy it. One of the last points I want to bring up is that Lucina, there's kind of a joke, at least where I'm from, that everybody has a pocket Lucina. What does a pocket pick mean, or like what does pocket mean? It means anybody can pull Lucina out of the bag and just play her, because she's pretty simple, to be honest. A lot of her moves, and this is kind of goes off the no cheese factor. She's very easy to understand. Sheik, on the other hand, is very opposite. If you never faced a Sheik before, I doubt you know what she wants. And even while you're getting hit by her, I doubt you know what she's trying to do. She's very technical in terms of her setups and her combos, and that leads to really exciting gameplay, which is shown in every match that I've played so far, even though I'm incredibly bad at the moment. Needless to say, I'm really enjoying my time playing Sheik, and I'm going to main her at least this semester of college, and we'll see how far that goes. I think Lucina was really valuable in terms of me playing that character, but I'm ready to branch off of her and try something new, and try something that maybe fits my playstyle, and just combo. It's gonna be a flaming hot combo, and I'm really excited. I'll post some of the combos on this channel once I get them going. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, and peace.